Video released by Hamas military wing purports to show their targeting of Israeli soldiers located in the Indonesian hospital in Tal al-Sultan, Rafah. The war between Israel and Hamas began on October 7 when Hamas militants stormed across the border into Israeli communities. Israel says the militants killed more than 1,200 people, mostly civilians, and took 253 into captivity in Gaza. The official health ministry count was 40,005 Palestinians dead and 92,401 wounded. In a statement, the Palestinian health ministry said another 40 people had been killed in the past 24 hours in the war-ravaged enclave. The grim milestone came as a new round of ceasefire talks was underway in Qatar's capital Doha, aimed at ending the bloody conflict and securing the release of more than 100 Israeli hostages held captive by Hamas militants in Gaza. The fighting began when Palestinian fighters rampaged through Israeli communities on October 7, killing more than 1,200 and taking around 250 captives back to Gaza, according to Israeli tallies. In response, Israel pledged to eradicate the Hamas Islamist group that rules Gaza, and its onslaught has reduced much of the densely populated territory to rubble, and rendered most of its 2.3 million residents homeless. After months of a war which has laid waste to Gaza and driven almost all of its 2.3 million population from their homes, displaced Palestinians are taking refuge in cemeteries as space becomes sparse. A new round of Gaza ceasefire talks was underway in the Qatari capital Doha, officials said. Even as negotiators arrived in Qatar, fighting continued in Gaza, with Israeli troops hitting targets in the southern cities of Rafah and Khan Yunis. Also, violence in the West Bank has escalated since the war in Gaza between Israel and Palestinian armed group Hamas broke out last October, with more Israeli raids, Jewish settler violence and Palestinian street attacks.